Hey everybody, it's George Fotion, Call Realty Best Palos Verdes Homes, and it is February 1 and the February 2023 real estate market report for Palos Verdes and the South Bay. So, okay, a little different format this time. There is a lot of conflicting data out there, and I'm going to try to just give you the objective facts. I may get into an opinion here and there, but I'll try to keep it to mostly facts. Uh, you, Look, if you're watching this video, you're smart enough to know and have a critical mind and figure things out for yourself. We can always talk about it and see what's up. So the first thing that we're going to review, and look, I've been keeping data since the early 90s. Um, And the first thing that we're going to look at is the South Bay month versus previous year's same month delta, the change in prices. And we can see clearly here what's happened since, what is this, December of 2021, when it looked like there was about a peak in this delta at $220,000 or so, something like that. And since December 2021, each consecutive month, the change, the delta between that month and the previous month has been dropping. So the rate at which property prices have been appreciating clearly has slowed. I mean, look, that's just the fact. Um, from early 20 through December 2021, every month, just about every month, that month had a higher sale price for the South Bay than that same month a year before. Since December 2021, every consecutive month, just about, except for, one little exception here, every consecutive month has had an average sale price lower than that same month the previous year. That's just the fact. So if you're a seller selling in this market, you have to be careful about how you price your property. It's that simple. You just can't price it like it was 1920, early 21, and just stick any price out there and you'd have 10 buyers offering and it would sell for, you know, $400,000 over list price, unless you had a real special unique property. And there are still those properties. I had a property close just a few months ago, not that long ago, a couple months ago, over in Valmonte, that sold $400,000 over list with multiple offers. So there's exceptions given the uniqueness of a particular property. What defines uniqueness? Well, let's talk about that. Um, so that's one chart I wanted to show you. Let's get into another one. This chart is, wow, this chart is super important. This, when we look at supply and demand, and after all, real estate is a commodity like any other commodity, gold, silver, life, cattle futures, soybeans, what have you, um, its price is only regulated by supply and demand. Okay, it's that simple. So every month I track the changes in supply and demand. I don't know any other broker that does this kind of work product. Um, but look, if you're in Rolling Hills, oh my goodness, what is going on in Rolling Hills? Supply has dropped 22%, but demand, as evidenced by pending sale volume, has dropped almost 70%. What do you think that means for prices going forward if you're in Rolling Hills? If you're buying a property in Rolling Hills, how can you use this information to negotiate a better deal with the seller? If you're a seller, how do you use this information to properly price your property so that you get the demand of the buyers that are out there instead of your competition? That's why you hire a broker like me to do the work. Um, there are similar trends, it looks like, for every market in the Palos Verdes area. and for the greater South Bay as a whole. The South Bay, supplies down 25%, demand down 35%. Where is the exception? Palos Verdes Estates. Isn't that interesting? Supplies down 42%. The number of properties being brought to the market down almost 43%. Demand down too, but not as much as supply. So with demand not as low as supply, demand is higher than supply. What do you think that will do to prices? Do you think if you're a seller in Palos Verdes Estates, you can get away with pushing the envelope a little bit? Yeah, you can. But for the peninsula as a whole, no. For the South Bay as a whole, no. For Rancho Palos Verdes as a whole, no. For Rolling Hills Estates, no. Rolling Hills, heck no. By the way, all the data for these charts will be in the tables below, so make sure you take a look at that. What else can we glean from some of this information? Well, here's where, well, let's take a look. Absorption rates. Sorry, hang on a minute. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to show you. Now, I demonstrated that in Palos Verdes Estates, demand was not as decreased as supply, and that might portend well, which is true, but it doesn't, if you're a seller in PVE, it doesn't give you the right to go hog wild, because the absorption rate for homes in Palos Verdes Estates has dropped pretty significantly. Back in, when is this? About November of 2021, for every 10 new listings coming to the market, 12 existing listings were being put into escrow. The market couldn't keep up with supply. But that's slowed, hasn't it? Now we're at about, for every 10 new listings coming to market, maybe 9 existing listings going into escrow. That's still a pretty strong, healthy market, but not as robust as it was back in late 2021. There is so much data that you're going to be able to get from my information here. So I encourage you to take a minute, review the table below, scroll through the charts that I have available. That'll also be down below. And, excuse me. And when you have a chance, just contact me. You can text me, go to my website. Oh, my website. Where do you find this information? Go to Palos Verdes, homesbest.com/blog. And, well, it's important that you spell it right. Palos Verdes homesbest.com/blog. Let's do that again, shall we? And depending on when you're viewing this video, it'll be right here. This is the site that you want. Click there. And this video is going to be replaced by the one I'm doing right now. And you'll find all the charts here and the tables down here. Contact me here, this number, send me a text there, or just click this Contact Us button up here, then click that, and away we go. Happy to do an analysis on your property, help you with negotiating a purchase using facts to leverage the best deal for you. And if you're a seller, help you with the most critical job that you have as a homeowner, getting their house ready for sale, and that's pricing it right. Can't stress that enough. Okay, thanks. Talk to you later. I think I've gabbed long enough. Bye for now.